Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be making moi-moi. Okay, here are the ingredients you need for moi-moi: 2 cups of peeled beans, 1 red bell pepper, 5 Fresno pepper, 1 yellow onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of bouillon season, also called Maggi, half cup of extra virgin olive oil or any vegetable oil basically, 2 cups of water, moi-moi nylon. These are optional items that you need. 2 eggs, 1 can of sardine, and dried pepper. So first things first, we're gonna soak the beans, cut up the peppers, onion, and garlic. Now, if you're thinking, what is this lady talking about without seeing it in the video, check out my previous video on akara. I take you step by step on how to do these things. And if you're thinking, why should I check the previous video, or how does it apply here? That's because akara and moi-moi are first cousins. So there are just slight differences in the prep method, and then one is boiled while the other is fried. So we did the fried version before in the previous video. Now we're going to do the boiled version. Okay, so we're going to fast forward to where we've done this. Now that we have our beans, peppers, onions, and garlic all prepped, you want to divide it into 2 portions and blend 1/2 with 1 cup of water in a blender for 90 seconds. Next, you pour the mixture into a bowl after you've blended both batches, and then you add your seasoning, dried pepper, and oil. And then you want to use a whisker to mix these ingredients together for about a minute. You're doing this because you want your moi-moi to come out fluffy, and you want to go in one direction when you're mixing these ingredients. Now, the next 2 steps are optional. In a separate pot, you want to boil 2 eggs for 15 minutes to put in your moi-moi. I'm not showing this because you know how to boil an egg, right? And so when the egg is ready, you peel off the shells and use an egg cutter to divide the egg into smaller pieces. The next optional step is to empty a can of sardine into the beans mix and stir well with a spoon to break up the big pieces. So after you've done all of this, now it's time to divide the beans into nylons, the moi-moi nylons, to boil it. Okay, so you want to double up the nylons like you see in the video. While we're doing this, we want to prevent it from bursting while you're cooking, because you need to cook moi-moi for a minute. What I mean, like, you need to cook it for a while. So you don't want the nylon to burst open while that's happening. And you want to, of course, add enough water, but we'll get to that. I typically put it over an empty cup just so it's easier to hold. And note this, that some people use leaves, moi-moi leaves, to wrap up the moi-moi to boil it. That's based on preference. It's more difficult to use leaves to cook moi-moi because sourcing the leaves can be quite difficult. So nylon is more accessible. That's why I'm using this video. And there's also some technique for wrapping up the leaves. So with a measuring cup, you want to put 1 cup of your beans mix, the moi-moi, into the nylon that you have open over the cup, and put like 3 pieces of egg if you decided to do that additional step. And before you wrap or before you tie the nylon, you want to remove the air bubbles, because while the moi-moi is boiling, it's gonna swell up a bit. So you want to give the nylon enough space to do so without the air bubbles already being there. After you take out the air bubbles, you want to wrap the tip of the nylon twice around your finger like you see, and then knot it. Make sure it's secure so it's not gonna burst open. And then you put it in a pot of water on the stove and put the moi-moi in it. So you want to repeat this step until all of your beans mix is done, and then make sure that the water in the pot is covering the moi-moi nylons well, like you can see them submerge in the pot. So if you need to use a bigger pot, then do so. And so you cover up the pot, and you want to put the stove on medium heat and boil the moi-moi wraps for about 50 minutes. 50 minutes. to an hour. It depends on how much moi-moi you're doing, because in this video the quantity of moi-moi that we're making will come out to like, I think 8 wraps, like you can see thereabout. So if you're doing more or less, then adjust the water accordingly. Make sure that while it's boiling, you consistently check on the moi-moi just to make sure that the water is not dried up. If you see the water is drying up, like it's on the same level as the moi-moi, then you need to top off the water until you're done boiling it for 15 minutes to an hour. And so when it's ready, it's going to be fluffy like you see in the video. Allow it to cool down for like 10 to 15 minutes before you eat. And your moi-moi is ready. So I'll put a plug in the description on where to get these ingredients and the appliances that I used in this video. Let me know if you like this video. Give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Till the next one. Peace.